This week, in celebration of the Little League World Series, we're showcasing some places to explore in Lycoming County. First, we're visiting this brewery, located inside a historic mansion in Williamsport. Then we hop over to a winery that overlooks the beautiful Susquehanna Valley. Plus, Jackie learns how to make a candle that smells just like fresh-cut grass. And Paul heads to a baseball field to learn how they maintain their turf. It's all right now on Home and Backyard.
Well, the Little League World Series is almost here, and soon the whole world will converge upon South Williamsport. There are so many great things to do and places to see here in Lycoming County, and we're going to take you on a bit of a tour. We're going to begin at John Ryan's Brewery. Take a look.
So for today, we're gonna highlight our Parisian gnocchi, which is definitely one of our top sellers. Most Italian gnocchis, you're gonna see like a potato or ricotta based.
Yeah.
This is actually pâte à choux based.
Oh,
so have you ever had
interesting.
like cream puffs?
Yeah.
So it's like a savory cream puff base.
Oh,
Made
nice.
a little different, but it's really light and really decadent, and it's, I don't know, it's the way all gnocchi should be.
Sounds good. All right, well, let's get started.
All right, so we do sell a lot of Japanese A5 Wagyu, so we're actually gonna do some of our A5 for you.
All right, and what is Wagyu?
So Wagyu is a Japanese breed of beef.
Of beef.
Now this one is very specifically raised in Japan. They're really known for their high marbling and fat content, and they also have some other health qualities to it, believe it or not.
A lot of good flavor.
And we don't really need any oil in the pan because the meat itself is so fatty.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of salt goes a long way with this.
Okay.
So while that's going, I think what we can do is we can start the gnocchis. We have roasted shiitakes and creminis. So we try to get them locally when we can, when they're in season. And then we try to have other fun varieties, you know, as things come along. So all we're trying to do with the mushrooms right now is just get a little color on them because they are already roasted.
Okay.
So they'll just be in the pan for maybe a minute or so. We're gonna give our steak here one more flip just to kind of sear everything off.
All right.
So we're just gonna add our onions.
All right. Now, you make the gnocchi in-house as well, right?
We do. We try to make everything that we possibly can. We're gonna add a little wine to this. Sorry, I know you camera people like fire and flashy,
Yeah,
but
we love it.
I do not. So we're gonna take it off the heat a little bit.
Okay.
A couple of our tomatoes in here.
Okay.
So these are Parisian gnocchis. As you can see, they're little dumplings. They're made with basically egg, butter, flour, water, cheese, and some herbs. So we're gonna add those in there now.
Okay.
So we put chicken stock in earlier. We're gonna add a little bit more so it doesn't over-reduce on us. And we season in layers just to make sure at the end we're not just dumping a bunch of salt on it.
All right.
So a little salt, a little fresh ground black pepper. We're gonna throw in a couple butter cubes to create our sauce. And then at the very end, we're just gonna put some Parmesan in it just to tighten it up, to give it nice viscosity so it's not like a pool on the bottom of your...
Gotcha. Beautiful.
All right, and right before we plate, we're just gonna add a little lemon juice just to brighten it up because it is a lot of cheese and some butter in there. At this point, we would just check for seasoning and get ready to go to plate.
All right, great.
And that is our Parisian gnocchi with Japanese A5 Wagyu.
Beautiful.
Our menu is a little bit more eclectic. It's essentially based off of my experiences. I was able to spend some time in Italy, in France, Japan, and then I lived in Charleston, South Carolina for 10 or 12 years. So we just want to make really clean, really simple, really highly executed food.
Excellent. And of course, there's also a brewery here, right?
There is. So right now, let's go to the bar and we can meet up with William and he can go over some of our beers with you.
Excellent. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
So our beer program that we do here, we're pretty different from a lot of people in this area that we brew more traditional styles of beer. We lean more towards the maltier, more old school beers. We're kind of our whole goal is we brew beer that tastes like beer. So this first beer we have right here, this is our Pilsner. This is our lightest beer we have in-house. It is meant to be a traditional Czech-style Pilsner, pre-Prohibition era. It's good for anybody who likes to drink a light beer.
Okay.
This
all
is
right, we'll give
easiest to sell to people who drink the classics, kind of with a little chagrin like Miller and whatnot.
It's very refreshing,
Yeah.
very light. Perfect. This would be like what I would like.
Next we have our Wit. This is our wheat beer. It is brewed with a large wheat component in it. It also has some additional fruit added to it. So right now we have a raspberry wit. Up next we have our Belgian IPA. This is an old world style IPA. So unlike a lot of IPAs you drink around this area and craft IPAs, it's not going to be a burn your mouth bitter beer. It's going to be nice. It's going to be balanced bitterness with malty sweetness. And last but not least, here we have our brown ale, which this one's kind of a little bit my baby. This is one of my most recently written recipes. It's light, it's malty, but not overpoweringly so. It's not overpoweringly sweet, really nice coffee and caramel notes a little bit of toffee-ish to it.
That's very good. I feel like it's less bitter than
Oh,
that
it's
one.
definitely less bitter than that
Yeah.
one.
I'd like for you to meet Andrea Ruskowski. She is the other half of the team here at John Ryan. And why don't you tell us about the whole concept? Because John Ryan was a resident here in Williamsport.
He was indeed. So John Ryan was a lumber baron that got himself into some other business, and he built a magnificent 3-story mansion that we took possession of and we renovated back to roughly the same floor plan that he envisioned.
Folks can dine here, but there's a lot of different areas as well.
Absolutely. We have 6 total dining spaces and 2 bars. And we also book private conference room area for business meetings, and we have a second floor dining room for a large party if you have an anniversary coming up or a birthday. On top of that, we have a tavern in the basement, which is like kind of stepping out of central Pennsylvania into a little bit of Europe. So we are at 151 East 3rd Street in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and you can follow us with all of our updates on johnryanbrewery.com, which will also link to our Facebook page and Instagram handles by the same name.
Thank you so much for having us
It was
today.
wonderful having you. Thank you.
You're welcome.